versus Philadelphia, Saturday, April 12th. For the best ticket in town, visit TorontoRock.com.
Brandon Miller acquired at the trade deadline to the Toronto Rock, and have your new mask here. Just kind of tell me about what the theme is and how you came up with it.
Well, I try and base all my masks. I've been around long enough now that I've got enough stories, I guess. But this mask goes back to playing in the U.S. actually, and finding out how all Americans consider, everything in denim is a Canadian tuxedo, or I think we always call it a Mexican tuxedo. But so the American guys always get on you anytime you wear denim. So my brother was living in New York City a couple years back, and we went to a hip show. And we thought it would be cool to go in Canadian tuxedos. So we all wore denim. It was a great night, an amazing night. Ryan Sanderson and Chris Sanderson and a bunch of other friends were all down there. It's an amazing trip, and it's something to kind of capture that moment. Also with the Toronto Rock, I'm a big rock fan, so it just made sense to put a couple of rock bands on there, and it turned out pretty good. So yeah, I like it.
So who do you have? You have the Hip front and center there, but who else you have?
Yeah, so the Hip was my favorite. Stones growing up in high school, believe it or not. AC/DC playing junior lacrosse in Orangeville was always big. The Chili Peppers, my stepbrother got me into them. The Foo Fighters. The Who's kind of a different story. I'll leave that maybe for another day. But and Pearl Jam is one of my favorite bands as well. So it's kind of captured them all on there, and it turned out really well.
Who did the design for you?
David Arrigo and I sat down and I kind of gave him the idea that with the denim and the band idea with the pins and what have you, and he went ahead with the rips and some of the other cool techniques that makes it special, the rips and tears. So.
What was your first reaction, I guess, when you saw it?
I was really impressed. I mean, you guys, you talk about ideas and you don't know how they're going to turn out. And when he first sent me, a couple of pictures, especially the back with the Canadian flag coming out of the back pocket and my kids' initials, my wife's initials, I was pretty excited. And then, he said, pictures don't do it justice. Wait till you see it in person. And when I did, I was really impressed. He does some really good work.
You kind of touched on it there, but the back plate definitely has some personal touch. Maybe just go over that for me.
I think every goalie uses the back plate to kind of give it their own personal touch. For me, my brother was, he was my best friend. He was everything to me. So when he was diagnosed and he came up with the Beat It Foundation, we're going to keep that going in his name. And it was important for me to get that on the back there. Of course, my kids and my wife are very special family. And, the Canadian flag just kind of brings it all together. So.
Definitely looks sharp. Thanks for sharing.
All right, thanks.